Hello friends, this is Priyanka. Today we are going to solve a problem on transfer function for a given signal flow graph by using Mason's gain formula. In this video, we are going to understand how to apply Mason's gain formula for a given signal flow graph. Let us first understand what is the given formula. T is equal to 1 by delta summation of k pk delta k. So this is the formula. Now we will understand its a notation. So what is this k? So k is nothing but the number of forward paths. Now if we consider the number of forward paths is equal to 3, then how I can write this formula? So I will rewrite this formula. T is equal to 1 by delta P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2 plus P3 delta 3. So this is the formula that we have to write. And suppose the number of forward paths is equal to 4, then how I can write this formula? T is equal to 1 by delta in the bracket P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2 plus P3 delta 3 plus P4 delta 4. So this is the formula that we have to write. Now we have to apply this formula. Then we have to write what is the value of P1, what is the value of delta 1, what is the value of P2, delta 2 and so on. And here we have to also find out what is the value of this delta. Now if we move for the next, here is Pk. So Pk is nothing but P1, P2, P3, P4. That depends on the number of forward paths. So what is this Pk? That is the path gain of kth forward path. That is P1 is for first forward path, P2 is for second forward path and P3 is for third forward path. That is, this value of P1, P2, P3 is nothing but the path gain for that number of forward paths. So what is this path gain? Path gain is nothing but the product of the gain product of the branches. So in that particular forward path, how many branches are there, and in that branches we have to find out the gain and we have to take the product, and that is nothing but the path gain. Now if there is the given question, then from that given question, or we can say signal flow graph, we have to first find out the value of k, that is the number of forward paths. So I will here take one by one step. That is, first step that we have to find out how many number of forward paths are there in the given question. And then from this forward path we have to find out the path gain for each forward path. That means we have to find out what is P1, P2, P3, P4. So second point is that we have to find out the path gain. Then third, value of delta. So here is the formula how to find out the value of delta. So delta is equal to 1 minus in the bracket sum of individual loop gains. So for this individual loop gain, so what is the meaning of loop gain? That is the gain product of all the branches containing in that loop. So for that we have to first find out how many individual loops are there. So third point, that we have to find out the individual number of individual loops. And then from this point we will find out the individual loop gain. Then next is plus sum of gain product of combination of two non-touching loops. So here is also we have to take the gain product of combination of two non-touching loops. If we move next, again there is minus sign, sum of gain product of combination of three non-touching loop plus so on. So here if I move for next, then plus I will write sum of gain product of combination of four non-touching loops. So we have to first find out how many combination of two non-touching loops, then three non-touching loops, then four non-touching loops. That will depend on the given question, that is In that question, how many combinations are there for 2 non-touching loops, 3 non-touching loops, and so on. So for that I will write here, that is fifth point, that we have to find out the combination of 2, 3 and so on non-touching loops. So this is the fifth point that we have to find out. So it will depend on that question. So many question it will contain only combination of 2 non-touching loops, and then from this we will find out the gain product of this combination of non-touching loops. So gain product of non-touching loop. So this is the sixth point that we have to find out. Then next is delta k. So what is this delta k? That is delta of part of graph not touching the forward path. So suppose there are 4 forward paths. Then we have to find out how many parts of graph that is not touching the forward path. So seventh point and last point, that we have to find out the part of graph, that is non-touching part of graph. Non-touching path to the forward path. And that is nothing but the value of delta k. That means this value of delta 1 is for, that is non-touching part to the first forward path, delta 2 non-touching part to the second forward path, delta 3 non-touching part to the third forward path, and delta 4 non-touching path to the fourth forward path. So for that we have to first decide the forward path. Now we will take one example and we will apply all these points to that example. This is the given question. All the forward paths I have shown with the help of black marker, and feedback paths I have shown with the help of red marker. Now what is the first point? First point is we have to find out the number of forward paths. So in this given question, if we observe forward path means from input signal R to output signal C. So we have to complete this total path, that is from node number 1 to node number 6. So there are total 2 ways to move from node number 1 to node number 6. That is node number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the first path. So we have to show here for forward path, that is, this is the first path that we can reach from input signal to the output signal. Now we have to show gain also. So here no any gain, that is gain 1, then G1, G2, G3 and again 1. So this is the first forward path. Now what is the second way to reach from node 1 to node 6? So from node 1 to, then through this G4 we can reach node 5 and then node 6. So again we have to show this path, that is here from node 1 to 2, then from 2 to directly we have to take 5 through this gain G4. So here we have to show gain G4, and then from 5 to 6. So here gain is 1. So this is the second forward path. So in this question, number of forward path, that is equal to 2. Now we will move for the next point, that is path gain. So we have to write what is the path gain. So for this first forward path we will say P1 is equal to. Now path gain means multiplication of the all branch gains. So here all branch gain is nothing but G1, G2, G3. So we have to multiply all these gains, that is P1 is equal to G1 multiplied by G2 multiplied by G3. Now for the second forward path, that is path gain P2, again if we observe there is only gain G4 and the other gains is 1, 1. So we can say P2 is nothing but G4. these first 2 points are getting completed. Now we will move for the third point, that is number of individual loops. So in this question we have to find out how many number of individual loops. This is the combination of forward path and feedback path. So loop starts at particular node and ends at the same node. Now if we observe here, from node 2 to 4 this is the forward path, from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and again there is the feedback path again up to loop 2. That is, this is the start point also and this is the end point also. So we will consider this is loop 1. So I will say this is loop 1. So we have to mention here gain, that is G1, G2, and we have to show feedback path with gain minus H1. So I will write here loop gain, that is for this loop 1, what is the loop gain? That is G1, G2 minus H1. So minus G1, G2, H1. This is the loop gain for the first loop. Now we will move for the second loop. Now again if we observe here, from node 3 to 5 there is the forward path, and again from this node 5 to back towards 3, because of this feedback path this loop is getting completed. So we have to show that. So from this node 3 to 4, 4 to 5, we have to mention here G2, G3, and then again feedback path is minus H2. So this is the second loop. So we will say that for this second loop, what is the loop gain? That is multiplication of all these gains, that is minus G2, G3, H2. Then we will move for the third loop. Now again if we observe, from this node 2 to 5, here this is the forward path, and again because of feedback path this loop is getting completed. So we will show here from node 2 to 5. So we have to show gains G1, G2, G3. And feedback path is minus 1. So gain we have to show feedback path is minus 1. So for this loop 3 we have to show gain, that is loop gain is multiplication of all these, that is minus G1, G2, G3. Now again if we observe, here is forward path from 2 to 5 through G4, and again from 5 to again back to is feedback path with gain minus 1. So we can show or we can consider this loop also. So I will show here from node 2 to 5. This is the forward path. So I will remove this, because this is the forward path, and again from 5 to 2 there is feedback path, and with gain minus 1, and we have to show here gain, that is G4. So this is the fourth loop. So for this fourth loop, what is the loop gain? That is loop gain is G4 into minus 1, that is minus G4. So this loop is getting completed. Now again if we observe, from this node 3 to 4, if we observe here, from this node 3 to 4 there is the forward path, then again from this node 4 to 2 feedback path, then 2 to 5, and again 5 to 3. So if we start the loop at node 3, then here is forward path, then again feedback path, again forward path, and then feedback path ends at the node 3 only. That is, for this loop start node and end node are same. So we can consider this as a loop. So this is complicated, but if we observe here this total loop, we will show here separately. So I will show from this node 3 to 4 there is forward path with gain G2. Now from this node 4 to 2 there is feedback path. So we will complete here, and gain is minus H1. Again, from node 2 to 5 there is forward path. So I will show here, from 2 to 5 there is forward path with gain G4, and then from 5 to 3 there is feedback path. So if we observe, this loop starts at node 3 and ends at the same node. So here gain is minus H2. So this is the loop because start point and end point are same. So what is the loop gain? So this is the fifth loop. So we have to multiply all the gains. That is, now here minus H1 minus H2. So minus minus will become plus. So I will say G2, G4, H1, H2. So in this way, if we observe these points, number of individual loops. So number of individual loops is equal to 5 and individual loop gain. So these are the loop gains that I have written. So these 2 points, that is total 4 points are getting completed. Now we will move to the next point, that is we have to find out the possible combinations of 2 non-touching loops, then 3 non-touching loops, 4 non-touching loops, and so on. Now if we observe the given questions, all the loops are touching each other. So if we observe these loops, that is part of loop is the feedback path. So if we observe these feedback paths, then all these feedback paths are touching at particular node. So here there is number of non-touching loops is equal to 0. So this step is getting completed, that is this fifth step is getting completed, and that's why there is no any gain product of non-touching loop. So this 6 number of steps is getting completed. Now what is the last one? So non-touching path to the forward path. So we have to find the loop in such a way that it is not touching to the forward path. Now in this question there are 2 forward paths. Now if we observe, for this first forward path, that is from node number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is horizontal line, all the loops are touching to this forward path. Then we will move for the next forward path, that is 1 to 2, then through G4 there is node 5 and then 6. Now if we observe, all the loops are touching this node 2 and node 5. So there is no any path of loop in such a way that it is not touching to this forward path. So for this 2 path we have to take 2 delta, that is delta 1, that is there is no any path that is not touching to the forward path. So delta 1 is equal to 1, and for delta 2 is for path 2. So again there is no any path, or we can say loop, that is not touching to the forward path. So delta 2 is also equal to 1. Now we will apply the Mason's formula. So for that we will first find out what is the value of delta. So formula is 1 minus in the bracket sum of individual loop gain. So for this total 5 loops we have already, and that is we have already calculated what is the loop gain. So we have to take addition of all these loop gains plus in the second bracket sum of gain product of all possible combination of 2 non-touching loops. But we know that in this question number of non-touching loop is equal to 0. So this we should not take this bracket, because here there is no any loop gain for the 2 non-touching loops. So here we will put value, that is 1 minus then sum of individual loop gain, that is in the bracket minus G1 G2 H1 minus G2 G3 H2 minus G1 G2 G3 minus G4 plus G2 G4 H1 H2, bracket complete. Now to simplify this we will multiply this minus sign with inside. So here minus minus will become plus, and where plus sign is there it will become minus. So this is the value of delta. So what is the Mason's formula? So for the 2 forward path we will take P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2, because number of forward path is equal to 2. So Mason's formula is 1 by delta in the bracket P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2. So now what is the value value of delta 1? 1. And what is the value of P1? That is forward path gain is G1, G2, G3. Plus, now what is the second path gain? That is P2 is G4 and delta 2 is 1. So plus G4 is there. And in denominator we have to write the value of the delta. So this is the answer.